Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the wrap up for the 15th of May, 2020. Again, if anyone's new here, essentially what we do with this particular series is we go through kind of my thoughts of the market along with an automated swing trading method that I created that essentially runs some statistics on some popular setups that I like to use. Every Friday evening, I find a list of things that work and are performing well in this particular market. We create a list of that. I pull two longs and two shorts out of them, and then let the auto trader with trade ideas trade them all week, and then show you guys the results at the end of the week. So we've been doing it for over a year now, I believe. This particular year, we are on week 18, and again, I'll show you all of the results of each individual week from here. This week you can see was about flat. We lost 6 cents a share, so $6 per 100 shares traded. We can take a look here. You can see this is the performance kind of so far. A couple nice big pops, and then it's been leveling off a bit, but that's okay. That's just the nature of trading. Certainly no harm there at all. So we take a look. Essentially what has happened this week was about a doji close. If we go here on the weekly chart, time frame, weekly, you can see, big move up, big move down, kind of closed pretty close to where we entered. So still in this, big push down, kind of small push up to retrace it. I don't know where we are from a fib level, but probably about halfway there. Again, in the interim, since the virus kind of hit, we've been in an incredibly strong bull run. So no reason to say that we're going to turn and go crazy back down right now. My belief is that we are in a choppy market, and we're going to continue to be. I don't think the market's going to make it easy enough for the bulls where we go back up and test highs. I don't think it's going to make it easy enough for the bears where we just turn over and go down entirely. My expectation for the next little bit is kind of something like this. That being said, let's take a look at what triggered last week to make that next to nothing trade or week for us. And then let's look at what we're looking at this week. So STAA, we got a trigger here, and we thought we were geniuses for a while. And then Friday, it just kind of rallied all day to close up 60 cents against us. And then VIRT, this one triggered here as well, and then just kind of chopped around all week, but we were able to get out for a 60-cent gain. For what it's worth, in this particular trade here, I am still in a different account, but the rules of this account are make the list, let Trade Ideas Auto Trader trade it for you, and then close it out at the end of the week and rinse and repeat. So again, if anyone is interested in the software I'm using for the back testing, the scanning, and the auto trading, the charting, and all this, this is all Trade Ideas. Link in the description below. Saves you a bit of money and helps support the channel. So this week we're looking at SINA. Essentially what we're looking at here is we have this descending triangle here after a big kind of strong push up off the lows. Not much in the way of short float. We do have earnings coming up, so that this may force an exit right before then, but I'll let you guys know if that changes. Pretty small float at 60 million, okay volume at 500,000. Just things to check out on your single stock window here, just to make sure you're not getting into anything crazy. DTIL basically had a bit of the same pattern where we had this kind of big sell-off early. You could call this a rounded bottom or a cup and handle, but essentially it's changed trend from then and it's put in a series of higher lows here, and it's just kind of poking its head up against this resistance area. So I think if we break through that, we could get a little bit of stored momentum higher. The two from the short size is MPC. And MPC, we're basically just looking at this rising wedge that's happening here, and it kind of broke out of. We're just going to see if this coils back down to maybe 20 bucks or so. Again, just going with my theory that we're going to be choppy. So you can see most of the things that I'm trading are out of range-based plays. And here on CNK, you can see this kind of rounded top that we have here it filled the gap and then put in these two dojis. So I think if it continues, we could get a pretty sharp breakdown there. Last but not least, I like to go over crypto every now and then. So the halvening occurred that everybody was super worked up over. I could not figure out why, because any event I figure from the news that is that well known, that everyone knows exactly when it's going to happen and what it's going to happen, and there's no surprises, I just don't think really matters too much in the grand scheme of things when it comes to this trading. But you can see we're in this downtrend channel. We have been for a very long time. And you can see we're in this uptrend channel on the shorter term time frame, struggling very hard with this, 10,000 to 10,500 area. Very psychologically important. Essentially, my plan is to completely do nothing until we break out of 10,000 and then do some maybe pullback to it. Or on the other side here, on the short side, if we break down through this channel and then maybe break this area here below this last pullback, maybe that will be a warrant enough for a short. Maybe try to target the low end of this channel or see if it continues. But really not too much to do here. I just can't, bring myself to buy something that's been up this kind of insane move here. Just like I wouldn't bring myself to short something when it dropped from 10,000 to 8,000 there. So just trying to wait for something more concrete. Again, cash is a position, and doing nothing sometimes is your best chance. So that is it for this week. And until I talk to you guys next week, trade safe out there.